What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to the second episode of Chicago Bulls Central for today. And unfortunately, about 10 minutes after I recorded my last video, I saw a clip of Jay Williams proposing a three-team trade that just does not make any sense and actually isn't legal according to the CBA. So we're going to get into that, but it won't be Hayes that comes for Jay Williams. It's going to be Petty Roosevelt.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
So Chicago, let's put this hypothetical situation. Chicago had no choice but to send him to LA to make something work, right? So almost in a way, Chicago loses all leverage that they could have had if he were a restricted free agent because he's unrestricted.
Yep.
That puts him in a bind.
Right.
So I propose this. It's out there, too. The Lakers get Zach LaVine. Three-way trade with the New York Knicks. So we all know the Knicks, in a way, you're not sure about if you made the right decision with Julius Randle. Is that fair to say for you as a Knicks fan?
Affirmative.
Okay. Do you like Evan Fournier?
He's a nice guy.
All right, nice guy, but not a guy that you want to build around for
Don't
the
know
future.
if he's a fit.
You want to build around R.J. Barrett.
Yeah,
to a degree.
Option. That's an option.
That's an option. Okay. So getting cap space is important for you guys going into that next free agent summer, correct?
Yes.
So you want to offload some cap space.
Are you cross-examining the witness?
No,
Well, yes, I am.
I'm looking at it on the board
So in
monitor,
return,
I see it. I like
right?
it.
The Knicks will get Russell Westbrook, 2027 first round,
And
2028 first round pick
Yeah.
from the Lakers. The Bulls may not like this, but in return, if they're losing Zach LaVine, they get a guy like Julius Randle that potentially they could use as trade asset with Vucevic for another piece if they felt like they were going to get that, and Evan Fournier, which gives them a little bit more depth from the guard position.
So you're so the Bulls get very front court heavy.
They could,
Very
but
front court
they're
heavy.
still looking to move if they want to move Vucevic. They still have pieces, but I'm saying they're looking for something in return
Gotcha. No,
to a degree because their hand is being forced.
Now this is that's your deal that you have there?
Yes, I'm throwing it up there. For
All
debate.
right, because the picks, the 27 and 28, whose picks are those?
Lakers.
Well, they can't give you, unless they have two picks in the same year, they can't give you back-to-back years draft picks.
All right, Bulls fans, listen. Petty in the building, checking in for CEO Hayes. And this trade, first of all, this dumb trade, this is a perfect example and why I'm glad that things like this happen to show you why you should not take the things that these analysts say as truth. Because first off, let's just point out the fact that that deal that Jay Williams presented, the three-team trade between the New York Knicks, the Los Angeles Lakers, and Zach LaVine could not happen because of their not being able to trade back-to-back first-round picks. But let's also not forget the fact that something I pointed out here, or Hayes pointed out here, is that because the Lakers are over the tax apron, that they cannot receive a player in a sign-and trade unless it brings them under the apron. They do not give up enough salary in that to get them under the apron, even with the size of Russell Westbrook's contract. Listen, Jay Williams, I know you're a former Bull. Jay Williams, I know that, listen, your career, I had high hopes for your career, and a lot of people in Chicago did. What happened to you was a travesty, but that trade idea that you had is also a travesty. The fact that ESPN pays you American dollars and you can't even, with the common sense of the way that the NBA works, come up with even a deal that makes sense. You're an idiot. I'm sorry, but that was a stupid ass idea. There's no sugarcoating around that, Jay. That was a dumbass trade idea. And the fact that somebody who gets paid the amount of money they do to cover the NBA officially, like I said, gets paid whole American dollars. And that's what you came up with. You're an idiot. You're an idiot, sir. And I'm not even mad at the fact that it was a Zach LaVine trade proposal, because as I said in my video earlier today, we're going to be inundated with that until Zach LaVine officially signs his deal. But the least that you can do as somebody who gets paid money, cash money to cover this, is know what the fuck you're talking about. This is ridiculous. And this is why the mainstream media pisses me off, because it takes people like me, people like Pat the designer, people like Jamal at Bull Central, people like Matt Peck and Big Dave that to cover this team, to give you guys the real, the fact of what can and can't actually happen, because now there are going to be dumbasses like Top Notch, dumbasses like Inside the Chicago Bulls. They take that trade idea and run with it as if it's news, and people who are not as tied in to actual salary cap structure and real deals are going to think that that's a possibility. That was a dumbass trade. The least you can do is come up with a realistic trade while you're sitting there getting paid to do this shit. This was disgusting and stupid. And that's my time. Because guess what? Listen, people, stop listening to these dumbasses on ESPN. Not all of them. Let me be clear. Not all of them. But Jay Williams, sir, you get the stupid idiot of the day award. And if you get that reference, I love you forever. This is Petty Roosevelt checking out. Make sure you follow at Chicago Bulls Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns. BullCentralPod@gmail.com. And lastly, if you want to leave us a text and our voicemail, you can do so at 773-270-2799. Like Hayes likes to end every episode on. Go Bulls. Love you guys. Peace, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.